Can I continue, guys?
Yes.
Now, here, guys, I was just trying to highlight what I've talked about. For example, this is my accounting period. We started from the 1st of March 2002 or 2.2. We ended 28th of Feb 2.3. So sometimes you can find that you bought an asset on the 1st of July. Can you see if you depreciate this asset for this current year, you must count from the 1st of July to the end of the period. So if you count, you get how many months? 8 months. So when you calculate, as you can see, I gave you an example here. The cost is how much? They will give the cost, by the way. Okay. The cost will be 25,000. And then the rate, as I said here, is how many percent? 15%. And you must have how many months? Can you see the depreciation is how much? 2,500. Are we together? Yes. Justin, I want to ask you this. Can you see this amount of 2,500? This one we just calculate this one. Yeah. They will ask us to record this amount. Who can try? What are the two accounts involved? Just to check. Don't stress, I'm just checking. Let's say you are dealing with a general ledger account or account equation. Please give me the two accounts for this 2,500.
I think it will be asset and equity.
Asset and equity?
Yes.
No, it can't be that. Yes, I think Yanda is correct. She said the one account is
depreciation.
The first account is depreciation. Please, what is the next account, if I may ask?
Profit and loss.
Not that, no. Okay, don't worry. It's called, the end are correct. It's called accumulated.
Accumulated.
Depreciation. So don't worry, we still have to take an exercise. As long as you depreciate for the year, guys, the two accounts will be depreciation and accumulated depreciation. Are you okay? You still have to know your roots. You must know what is depreciation to you and what accumulated depreciation to you. Are we together? Who can try? Depreciation to me, according to the 5 groups of accounts. I think you still remember the 5 groups of accounts. Just to remind you, assets, owner's equities, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. Where will depreciation fall?
An asset.
An asset.
Expenses.
Oh, depreciation.
Yes. Expense, né? But it affects owner's equity. Are you with me? Remember when we did account equation before? I know you didn't do it with me, but you remember very well. Remember?
Yes.
Expenses affect owner's equity, but it doesn't mean that owner's equities are expenses or expenses are owner's equities. Are you with me?
Yep.
Yes, remember that. Okay, how can you classify accumulated depreciation to be? Try, please.
As a negative asset, I suppose. It's a
perfect. This is the negative asset. And I know it's very rare to find this kind of a situation, but accumulated depreciation is our negative asset. Are we together so far, guys? Are we okay?
Yeah, correct.
No problem.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, can I switch over?
You can.
Okay, let me. I just put this slide just to check, because sometimes we sell the assets. You know that sometimes if you've got machinery or you have got your car or vehicles, we normally sell them. You know that, and we either make losses or profits. So you will see when we go through the questions, sometimes we're going to sell. That's why we are saying this is what we are disposing. Can you see this asset disposal here? So some of the assets will be disposed. But the challenge is sometimes we will sell the assets at the beginning of the year. Sometimes we sell it at the end of the year. And sometimes we're going to sell it during the year. So these ways of disposing will affect the way we calculate our depreciations. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, because as I said before, we need to prorate. So if I sell an asset, let's say in the middle of the year, I can only depreciate that asset from the beginning of that year till the date of sale. So we need to know how many months are we going to use to calculate that particular asset. But don't worry, guys, we're still going to go through the exercise, and then that will be highlighted clearly on the exercise. Any question?
Nope.
No problem. Okay. Again, I'm just trying to highlight here. For example, here, guys, sometimes you will see that we are going to sell the asset here at the beginning here. Can you see now? And sometimes you can sell it here. Can you see now? And sometimes you can sell it at the end. So depending on that, our depreciation will differ. Because, for example, if I sell an asset here, let's say here in the middle here, let's say it's like 6 months. So guys, I'm using my mouse, that's why 6 months, okay? So it means when I calculate depreciation for the year, it means this asset will be depreciated from this period to this period, okay? I cannot calculate it for the whole year. Why not the whole year? Because from this, from here to there, let me just highlight quickly. From this space, let me change the color, guys. Remember, technology is a challenge. From here to there, the asset was not there. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes. So the depreciation that we're going to record will be only 6 months for that asset. But as I said, we're going to use an exercise. Can I continue?
Yes, you may.
No problem. Any questions so far? Because sometimes I talk too much. You must tell me to stop it, okay? If I talk too much, okay?
Okay, will do.
Okay. Now, again, guys, I'm just trying to show you here. Sometimes you can find that you sell at the end of the period. So again, guys, this timeline will make sense by the time when we take what? Question. So let me not waste time on this, guys. I'm going to use it by the time when we go through the exercise. Are we together?
Okay. 100%.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. So far, how do you find it? Do you think like you're going somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. It's good. Remember, foundation is the key. We can't just go to the question. We need to understand. Okay. Now, okay, guys, I know sometimes when we sell the non-current assets, sometimes, it's a challenge. So I came with these procedures, guys. If you don't see the procedures in your book, don't say, okay, what's going on? So I came with these procedures based on my past experience with my students, because sometimes are lost along the way. So I came with these procedures so that we can be able to simplify. Maybe they'll work for you, maybe they won't work for you, okay? But I believe, I'm telling you, this worked for my students. Even my full-time students know this, okay? Let's quickly go through them.
Awesome.
When we dispose or when we sell, firstly, before I continue, you need to know that there are 5 ways of disposing an asset. You can write it down so that you can refer in the future, but I'll keep reminding you, okay?
Okay.
The assets can be disposed in the following manner. It's either you dispose an asset in the form of cash. Did you get that?
Yep.
And then if you sell that asset in the form of cash, the account is going to be bank. I think it's obvious because you are receiving cash. Are you okay? I'm talking about when you dispose it for cash, okay? Like Leandra, you said, if you dispose it on credit, who can tell me what account are we going to use? Because sometimes you can sell the asset on credit. Thank you very much. Leandra, you are going to have what we call debtors control. Did you get that, guys?
Yes.
So now just write them down so that you can refer back to them. Are we together?
Okay.
Is my line still bad from your side?
No, it's fine on my side. Well,
Okay, no problem. Now, remember I gave you two options of, okay, no problem. Yes. Now, the third one, you know, sometimes we can trade in our assets. Who can try? What will be the account involved, the main account there? Try, please.
sorry, say again, Sylvester.
I was saying, if you trade in an asset, what will be the account involved? Remember, I said you sell for cash, bank. You sell on credit, debtors. Okay? Now, when you trade in,
Okay.
not loan, it can be loan, it cannot be loan. Okay, don't stress, let me tell you, but must not. So it's going to be creditors control. Write down. Yes. And you must understand why who can tell you why do we say creditors control? Does that make sense? But sometimes you can find that maybe it doesn't make sense.
No, because you bought it on credit.
Yeah, it's like normally when you trade in, the value of the asset that you trade in is not equivalent to what you were supposed to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it means you trade in and you still owe them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, I think Blessing is asking whether you guys are getting the sound. I think almost everyone is getting the sound. Eh? Okay, yeah, I think you did reply to her. Eh? Yes, yes. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, you may.
Yep.
Remember, I gave you 3 options so far. The fourth one, sometimes we take over the asset for our own use. That must be obvious. What is the account? Okay, I'm just saying. Sometimes, remember, we're disposing the assets. In other words, we're taking them out of the business. It's like we're selling them. I said sometimes instead of selling them, the owner can take that asset for own use. Like, for example, I can take the car that belongs to the business, I can use it at home. What will be the account for that?
Drawing.
Thank you very much. Drawing. So the fourth option is drawings. Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fifth one, which is the final one, sometimes we can decide to donate maybe to a public benefit organization or maybe donate to any organization that you need. What will be the account for that?
I've got no idea.
Donations.
But is it not, is donations not part of expenditure? Because we claim that money from SARS, don't we?
Yes, but remember, we need to show in the books of accounts that we donated. So the accounts, the process must be shown that we incurred an expense in the form of what? Donation. Okay.
Okay.
Are we together? Okay. Yes, you can still use it against SARS at the end of the day. Okay. Because again, it will affect what you call the donation tax. Okay, and it can be deductible for tax purposes.
Okay.
Okay. But on the side, they normally play around selling for cash, selling on credit, and trading. Did you get that?
Okay.
So I just gave you the comprehensive information so that you can be able to know should they surprise you, know?
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Eh? Okay, again here, as you can see, let's just go procedures quickly. Procedure number 1, as you can see here. Firstly, we need to record the opening balance. Procedure number 1. Obviously, opening balances are given. And normally the opening balances come from the previous year. I think we are with that.
Okay.
That's the normal process. Next. Secondly, we need to check if we bought any new asset or not. Remember, all this information can be identified from the given information in that particular assessment. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I call this my checklist. Okay. Procedure number 3, I'm gonna check if I sold any asset in the year. So the minute I sell the asset, I need to follow the steps to sell the assets. Does this procedure number 3 make sense?
Yes.
Now, don't worry about the accounts for now. I just put them for now. Okay, don't worry about debiting the credit team, because if you can just worry about them, you'll end up memorizing it. Don't worry. Just know the step number 1, we need to remove the cost price of that asset from the business. That's why I said you need to transfer the cost price to asset, but it makes sense by the time when we take a question. Are we together?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problem. Let me go to the next procedure. Sorry guys, I think maybe I think that the next slide I think has been hidden there. So, but for now, guys, don't worry much about the disposal part of it. I think I'm gonna use it by the time when I take a question. For now, I think I cut some of my procedures by mistake, because when I go to the next slide, so can you see there's a question here? But don't worry, remember, I'm gonna explain them thoroughly there. Are you okay so far?
100%.
Don't worry about the process. I'll come back to it. Okay. So anyone with a question, guys, about the theory so far, except procedures? Any questions so far?
Nope.
No, we're good.
No problem. Okay, no problem. Let's just look at this question, guys, just to check. This is a previous question paper. I just extracted it from our previous question papers. Here we have got a company by the name of Gmail Deliveries, and their accounting period, they ended their period when? Can you see this? 29th of?
Feb 2016.
Yes. So guys, you need to know how to formulate your accounting period. For example, like this. Yeah? If you are writing exam, you must just do this, and then this will be your accounting period. Sorry guys, I don't have a ruler, unfortunately. Okay. And then here you put, let me check the color. So guys, let me just change the color here. And then here you put 20A is the 29th, né? The leap year. Feb 2016. They will always give you this end period, okay? But now you need to decide, when did you start this period? When do you think I started this period?
The 29th.
Nope.
1st of March.
1st of March. Which year?
2015.
2015. Okay. And again, guys, you can see it here. Can you see here? We have got here the 1st of. Let me just do this quickly. Can you see the 1st of March here? But
Yes.
next time, guys, they won't give it to you. So the easiest way of finding it, you must go to, can you see the end period here? You must ask yourself, okay, the end period is the 29th of Feb. You ask yourself, what is the month following Feb?
March.
What is the month following Feb? March. So
March.
it will be March the previous year. Can you see?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
they've given us if they've given us April, then it would have been May of the previous year.
Yeah, on the 1st of May, yes.
Okay.
So always check the following month, but are we okay?
100%.
Yes. This is our accounting period. So as you can see, guys, they gave you the balances. These are the balances like equipment given to you, the vehicles given to you, accumulated depreciation for both equipment and vehicles. Meaning these assets were bought some time ago, and so far they lost the following values. Like for example, the equipment lost a value of how much? 228. Can you all see this? And then vehicles lost how much? 450 so far. So this information will be used by the time when we calculate what? Depreciation. But again, depending on what are they asking us, okay? Are we okay so far, guys?
100%.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to...
Sorry, can you just go back to the slide? I want to take the balances quickly.
Okay, let's go back. Yes, yeah. Sorry, but I should have uploaded this next upload before. Sorry about it.
No problem.
Okay.
228,450. All right. Thank you.
Okay, can I proceed?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Now we need to be careful again. Okay, we need to read information and understand. They said, remember our business is called G-Mail Deliveries. They say we own 4 vehicles. Can you see this? We own how many vehicles? 4, ne?
4.
Yes, and they were bought on the same day when?
1st of March 2013.
2013. Can you see they were bought some time ago? They are not within our period. Okay. And those assets were bought for how much each?
312,500
each. Are you okay? Now, they say on the 1st of September, can you all see this? And they said 6 months into the financial year. Don't worry, they're just telling you, next time they won't tell you about the 6 months. So you have to count, okay? One of the vehicles was sold. Can you see now? When you see sold, it means you must expect to have what you call the asset disposal. It was sold for how much?
145.
This is the selling price, guys. Are we together? But let me ask you something. How many did they sell? They sold 1.
1.
How much is the cost of the asset that they sold?
It's 312.
312. Can you see now? So 312 is the cost, and then 145 is the selling price. Why do we have to differentiate? Remember, I told you that we can only depreciate costs. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, the asset which we are selling, so far at the beginning of our year, it lost value, accumulated depreciation of how much?
112.
Yeah. So remember, we're just analyzing the information here. Are you okay? So, yes. So in other words, please on your timeline, okay, for example, but I'll come back to that so we can put all this information on the timeline. But for now, don't worry, let's just analyze. Okay. Now, a new vehicle with a cost price of 375 was bought on credit. Can you all see this? We bought a new vehicle for, of how much? 375. It was bought on credit on the same day. No problem. Remember, we are just analyzing for now. Again, they said we bought a new equipment on credit. And what is that? This is important, guys, because this will give us the contract count. And it was bought for how much? 228. 35. And again, we need to check when did we buy it? On the 29th of what? Feb. Are we okay so far?
Yep.
Yes, no problem. Okay, for now it looks like it's difficult. It's not difficult, you'll see by the time when we start recording. Remember, we have got different ways of depreciating. They say depreciate vehicles. How many percent? 20% per annum. Using which method? Diminishing balance method. I don't like this exercise. Why? Because they told you how to calculate it. Can you see now? What are they saying? Costs less accumulated depreciation. Multiply by what? The rate. So you must just know this one. You must know that when you are using diminishing balance method, you will always take the cost and you less what? Accumulated depreciation. Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problem. So far, guys, we analyzed. So unfortunately, guys, I think I should have uploaded this so that you can have hard copies with you. But did you get the info, or do you want to write something first before we continue?
I'm writing the last statement. Hold on.
Okay, sorry about that, man. I didn't upload.
So they say you'll put this online for us so we can just download it tomorrow.
Yeah, I can put it online. Eh?
Okay, awesome.
Or if I can try to upload now, will you be able to access it? But I think it will take some time.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on this one now. Okay, I'll try. Eh?
All right.
Okay, let me just check. Okay, I think it will. Let me just go through it now, and then I'll upload it in a few minutes.
100%.
Okay, no problem. So far we can just, okay, we've got the information. Now, I want us to check what? The requirements. They are asking us for the general ledger. I think you're not surprised. You know the general ledger. And they're asking for equipment, vehicles, and asset disposal. Remember, this was just an assessment. But I want us to know how to deal with all the possible accounts. So when we go through the solution, we have to go through all the possible accounts, because in the future they can ask you accumulation, they can ask you depreciation. But for this assessment, they only ask you for what? 3 accounts. Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, unfortunately, when it comes to our system, you know, when you switch over to the next slide, it removes whatever you have calculated previously, okay? But I think you're familiar with it now, okay? Now, the first thing that we need to record, we need to record what we call the balance brought down at the beginning of the year. Did you get me? Now, if you check here, for example, let me go to the next slide. What is the first account that we need to open? It is equipment. But we need to check, when we began this period, did they give us any balance of equipment?
Yes, they did.
They did. Remember? Do you still remember the balance on Masai? Quickly go back.
456,000.
Is it 56?
Mm.
Let me quickly go back. 456,000. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes, 456,000. And who can tell me under which side must I put this balance?
Debit.
On the debit side, okay? So meaning on the debit side, you need to write 2000. What is our year? When did we begin? 2015, eh?
Yep.
Are you with me? So guys, let me
1st
try
March
to edit.
2015.
Okay, let me quickly do this. 2015 March, ne?
That's it.
First. So guys, I'm trying to Let's see if I can. Can you see this? I'm just trying to fit it, but it doesn't fit there. Okay, that is the date. And then what will we write under details? Thank you.
Balance brought down.
Okay, balance brought down. Let me just say balance brought down. But the brought down must be under the folio, eh?
Yes.
Brought down like this, yes. And then obviously the amount, as you said, is how much?
456,000. 456,000.
Are you all 456,000? Are we together?
That's it.
No problem. Again, obviously, we need to make sure. Please just can you need time to write this quickly so that because when I move to the next one, I think the information will just disappear. Just have a T account quickly and then put their balance. Okay. Let me know if you're ready. Can I switch over?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go. Again, the same applies to the vehicles. Do you have any balance? The balance was how much?
1.250.
1.250. And which side?
Debit.
Debit, eh? Thank you. And again, 2015, and then March, guys. Sorry about this. It goes to the next column. March the 1st, eh? Find this date for March. And then still, I'm gonna write balance. Go down. And then you said it's 1,250,000. Another zero there. Are we okay, guys?
Yep.
Okay. Any question?
Nope.
Okay, no problem. Okay, now, do we still have any other balance that we might put? I think we do have. Because I said I want us to, can you see, when it comes to asset disposal, we don't have any balance, né? Don't be confused there. So we need to go and check. Can you see we've got accumulated depreciation on equipment? We do have the balance for that. What is that balance? I can find it for you.
228,000.
Under which side?
Credit.
Credit side, yeah.
It must be credit, okay? On the credit side, it's a negative asset, okay? Yes, and then we say March the 1st. And again, guys, it's just a balance, just say balance. Same way as you did under the other accounts, brought down. And we said it's 228,000. Are we okay so far, guys?
Yes.
Please just write it down so that you have got the control of this. Can I go to the next account? Okay. Obviously, again, we have accumulated on vehicle. Under which side?
Credit.
On the credit side, yes. And the date, as we said, it must be at the beginning of the period. Okay. And then again, the contra will just be balance. Put down. And the amount is, you said it's how much? Let's go. Check quickly. 450, né?
228,000. Oh.
Did I take the wrong one previously? No, this one is 450. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. 228 is for equipment.
It's okay. Any questions so far? These are just the balances at the beginning of the period. That's the first procedure. Can I go to the next procedure?
Yes.
No problem. Please make sure that you put this account down so that we can have the balances. The next procedure, obviously, I must go to the information. We need to check if we have got any new assets during the period. Remember this slide? We need to check if during the period we bought any new assets. So if we check here, here they said we bought, but it's not. If you can check here, it's not during. Let me highlight here. This one is not during the period. Can you see now? This one is not during the period. So this one is out because we want everything that took place during the period. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this one, it was not bought. It was sold. Remember, I need only the assets which I bought during the period. Are you okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the ones which we bought, obviously they must be new. We bought this one and this one.
The equipment.
Are we together?
Yes.
And you can even see this one was, even the new vehicle, it has been bought on the 1st of September. And if you can check, the 1st of September falls within our period. Is it true?
Yes, it does.
So
It does,
we
yeah.
need to go and, yes, we need to go and record this amount in our vehicle account. Who can tell me? Under which side of the vehicle account must I go and record?
Debit.
On the debit.
Yeah.
What will be the contra account? Because you bought it on credit. What is the contra?
Creditors.
Creditors control.
Creditors control. Are we together? Yes. The same applies to equipment. We are going to record under equipment under which side?
Under the debit.
What is the contra account? Because we bought on credit.
Creditors control.
Creditors control. But this is the cost that we're going to record. Are we okay? So now we know in the vehicle account, are you having a vehicle account down there? Did you write it down?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me go back. Please note this amount. Just note this amount. You can be able to see which amount am I talking about. The cost of vehicle is 375,000, and the cost of equipment is 235,000. Are we okay?
That's it.
I'm gonna go to the equipment. Remember, don't worry, the information has disappeared. I think this system again, I think they need to improve it a bit, but it's okay. So under which side? I'm gonna write it here. Don't worry, I'm gonna write it here on the debit side because you said on the debit side. I'm gonna put it here. But when did you buy it? The equipment. Remember, it was on there. It's 2015. Think about the equipment. Okay, let me quickly check. Thank you, Leandro. And let me quickly. Equipment one. Oh yes, you are correct. You are right. Let me go back there quickly. Okay, thank you very much for that, Leandro. And then I'm gonna put it here. 2016 Feb 29. Are you okay? And you said the contract is? The contract is? Remember this? You told me this? Creditors control. Thank you very much. What is the folio? The folio will be the journal where we use to record this creditors information. Where do we normally record? Which journal? GJ? Do you agree with the GJ? Yes. Other books use other formats. No, what is
the GJ?
It's not GJ. CJ. Remember? And I don't blame you guys. Some books use what? GJ, but our syllabus we use what? CJ, the creditors journal. Don't forget that. What is the cost of this, please? Just how much? Sorry, it has been a long day.
Yeah, it has.
200. Yeah, 235. Thank you very much, Leon. And then, yes, just like that. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. The same applies to the other account. Let's go straight there. Same way. Can I switch over to the vehicles?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, we said we must go to, and then when did you buy that? Is it the September 2015? Eh? The first. Thank you very much. And then still creditors control, because you said creditors, you told me. Please, if you've got any question, let me know. And the journal will still be PJ. Perfect. The amount.
235.
For the amount. Let me go back and check. Let me go this way. Let's just quickly check it. 375.
375.
375. Okay, let me just quickly put it here. You're gonna put 375 here. Did you all get that?
Under vehicles, right? Not asset
Oh,
disposal.
sorry, I made a mistake. Let me go back there. Yes. Thank you very much for that. 375. I'm too fast for the system. I'm just. Any questions so far? That was procedure number 2.
2.
Covered, ne? Number 2. Can we go to procedure number 3?
Okay.
No problem. Guys, procedure number 3, we have to ask ourselves, did we sell any asset during the course of the year? That's the question that we must ask ourselves. Yes. Check here. We sold here. Here, if you can check, we sold here. If you can read the whole statement, sorry guys, we sold. Now remember, the minute we sell, we need to follow the steps. Still remember that?
Yeah.
Yes. So we sold. The first step, we need to deal with the cost of the asset that we are dealing with. Who can tell me what is the cost of the asset that we are dealing with? If you check on this information. Remember this one? Thank you very much. Remember this one? Yes, this is the cost that I'm referring to. Remember, this is the cost, okay? So we need to make sure that we take these costs out of our books. And this cost is cost of what? Of the vehicle. So it means because we want to take it out of the vehicle, one account will be, give me one account that you can see out for this amount. Just try, please. Because there are 2 accounts. Yes, I agree with you. The first account for this amount will be what? Thank you very much. Vehicle. And the other one is going to be asset disposal. Thank you. Yes, let me tell you something. As you are following steps, one account will always be asset disposal, just to be safe. Okay. So step number 1, cost of the asset. One account must be obvious. It must be asset disposal. So if you're not sure about the other account, ask yourself, a cost of which asset? Obviously, you are selling which asset? Vehicle. Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now we must go to the vehicle and record. I always prefer to start with the vehicle because you can easily classify the vehicle. Guys, you cannot classify asset disposal. Why? Because asset disposal is a unique account. It can only give you profit or loss, and it's then that you can classify. So always start with the vehicle. Now, who can tell me? Under which side of the vehicle must we record that 312,500? Thank you very much. On the credit side. But again, we must check the date on which we sold. I think we sold, try 2015, or 16. When we saw 2015, September the 1st. Okay. What is the contra account, please? Remember, we just identified the two accounts. Try. Asset disposal. Thank you very much. What is the channel, please? GJ, because it's just a cost. If you can check, you cannot record it in the DJ, you cannot record in the CBR or CBP. The only option is GJ, and that cost is how much? I think it was. Thank you very much for that. Any questions so far, guys? Okay, but before you forget, at the same time, you must apply the double entry system and transfer this amount to what?
Sorry, can I ask a stupid question? What is GJ?
Oh, sorry,
General.
General.
General?
Okay.
General.
General. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Are we okay so far, guys?
Yes.
So if we have to transfer this to the asset disposal, under which side of the asset disposal must we transfer this amount?
The debit side.
On the debit side. So on the side of the asset disposal, we need to put the date. Remember, the dates, guys, here are very useful. Still 2015 September. Thank you. The first. Contra, please. Try. Thank you very much. Vehicle. Thank you very much. Sorry, what about the folio? The same one we used there? GJ. The amount, the same one? Use this one, okay?
12,500.
Perfect. That is step number 1. We removed the cost from the vehicles. Any question?
Nope.
Okay, no problem. Yes. Now, we go to step number 2. Step number 2, we are going to check the selling price of this asset that we are selling. Remember, we are under procedure number 3, where we sell, and we are following steps. Step number 1 was the cost of the asset you sold. Step number 2 must be the selling price of that particular asset. Now, I'll go back quickly so that we can check the information once again. What is the selling price of the asset that we sold?
312. 145, sorry.
That was the cost. This is the selling price that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
remember, this was the cost because it was bought long time ago, okay? So it is 145,000. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, it means again on this selling price, we need to have 2 accounts involved. Remember a few minutes ago, I said one account must be obvious. What is the obvious account as long as I'm following steps?
Asset disposal.
we know already one account is asset disposal. But the other account, remember when we started here, I gave you 5 possible ways of disposing the asset. Remember that? Thank you very much. Meaning the account here is going to be, like we said, Leandra, is going to be
Cash,
bank.
because we said bank.
That's true. And that's true. And the other one is going to be asset disposals. Are you okay, guys, so far? I want you to know this. Remember, next time if you hold on pay, your bank will change to be debtors control. If you trade it in, it will change to be what? Creditors control. Let's check how did you dispose the asset. They will always tell you, okay?
Okay.
Can we go and record now? Because we know the account involved. Remember, we don't have bank account, but if you can, guys, quickly open bank account on your book there, somewhere there. Just open bank account quickly. Just the account, so that we can understand better. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's say I want you to record in the bank account. Under bank account, under which side are you going to record this 145,000?
The debit side.
On the debit side. The date obviously is going to be 2015 September the 1st. Can you please write it down? Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
What will be the contract? Asset disposal. Remember the two accounts were bank and asset disposal. Meaning asset disposal is the contract with the bank. Are we okay?
And then what do we put under details here?
Which detail? You're talking about,
Under the
the
bank.
asset disposal, or you must write asset disposal as the contract. Under the bank account, you must write asset disposal under details. It's the contract that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we okay?
All right.
Yes, again, yes, you can, as you said, Leandra, and then yes, if you have VAT, obviously VAT implications will be there, okay? But I think one day we're going to take an exercise with VAT so that we can know how to deal with it, okay? Can we go and record under asset disposal? Under which side? Asset disposal.
In the credit side.
On the credit side, because in the bank you recorded on the debit side. The date is 2015, eh? And then the contra is, give me the contra, please.
Bank.
Thank you. Bank. Folio. I forgot. Okay, you didn't tell. Yes. C-E-R or C-R-J. It's up to you. And the selling price was how much?
145.
Remember this? 145.
What is CBR?
Cash book receipts.
Or cash receipt. Why do we put that? Because we received cash. Are you okay, guys?
Yep.
Yes. So that was step number. What was this step number? Step number 2. Remember?
So what is the folio? What is the folio on bank? Is it
Same one.
CB?
CBR.
CBR.
Yes.
Okay.
No problem. Now, let's go to step number 3. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
Step number 3, guys. I want us to focus on the accumulated depreciation on the asset that we're selling. You can write it down. Step number 3, we focus on the accumulated depreciation on the asset that we sold. Meaning, we want to know how much is the accumulated for this asset from the date we bought it till the date we sold it. Are we okay?
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. Okay, who can tell me what the cost of the asset that we are saying?
Cost is 312.
Yes. What we want to check here is that since we bought this asset, how much depreciation do we have till the date of sale? This is important. That's why they gave you this. Can you see the 1st of March?
Yeah.
Meaning we need to depreciate from the 1st of March till the 1st of September 2015. Sometimes in future, or they will make, sometimes they don't even give you this 1st of March. They will give you accumulated from the 1st of March till the beginning of your year. Are you with me? But this one must do everything yourself. So what we're gonna do here, for example, guys, I'm gonna calculate depreciation from the 1st of March. Remember, our year ends every year on which month? February. Are we together? Now, this is what I'm gonna do. Now, from the 1st of March, let me write it down here. You can even write it down there. From the 1st of March 2013, when will this period end? Where will it, if you started here, what will be the end period? 28th of Feb, which year?
Feb.
2012.
If we started here, check. It must be 12 months.
2014.
Double check. I'm talking about from here. Let me just change the color. From here to there. Can you see every year on Feb we end our year? So if we have 1st of March 2013, the next year will end on the 28th of Feb 2014. Are we together?
Yes.
So remember, I must depreciate every year till I sell the asset. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find depreciation for this period. Okay? So we're gonna say, what is the cost of the asset that I'm trying to depreciate? It's 3,125. Are we all together? Remember, the 1st of March then, it was still new. So meaning the method can only be straight because there's nothing to minus. Remember the method of they said we must use which method here? How do we depreciate them? Which method are we using?
Diminishing balance.
Remember, diminishing, you need to minus accumulated depreciation. But in this case, the asset was still new. There is nothing to minus. But if you want to minus, you can just minus 0. Are you with me?
Okay.
So what we must do, because it's still new, we just have to multiply this by how many percent? 20% is the same 20 over 100. I think you understand. You get the same as 20 divided by 100, okay? But how many months if you count for that period? How many months? How many months? 12 over? Yeah. Are you with me?
Yes.
Use your calculator, how much you get?
Oh, Lord.
312,500 times 0.2. 62,500. You get the same as I got. You got.
What are we calculating?
We're calculating depreciation from the 1st of March 2013 till the 28th of Feb 2014. Please make sure that you understand this calculation before I continue. Are you okay so far? Remember?
Okay, can we just repeat that again?
Okay, the cost of the asset is how much? 312,500. Are you okay?
Yes.
And I'm depreciating it. According to the depreciation, they say, how do we depreciate the assets? The vehicles are, we use which method? Can you see this method?
Diminishing balance.
Diminishing balance method. Okay. So I'm depreciating the assets that I'm selling. Are we together? So
Yeah.
the cost is 312,500. Can you see this? And the rate is 20%. Can you trace the rate?
Yes, I can see that.
The reason why I said times 12 over 12 is because if I count from the 1st of March 2013 till 28th of Feb 2014, I've got 12 months. Got it?
Yes.
So if you calculate using your calculator, do you get that 62,500?
Yes.
Let's see.
Double check before you continue.
12 times 20 divided by 100. Yes, 62,500.
Yes. Remember, I'm depreciating till the date of sale. Are we
Yeah.
together? Now I must start a new year now. Okay. So a new year will start when? Let me put it here. A new year will start from
1st March.
Yes.
2015.
No, it ended February 2014. What's the next month?
The next month or the next year?
No, the next month. Remember, the next year will start on the next month. We ended on the 28th of Feb.
Which is the 1st of March 2014.
Yes, not 2015, okay? But it will end when? It will end 28th of
Feb 2015.
2015. Are we together? So, meaning, let me change the color here.
It's another 62,500 basically.
It's another, no, it won't be because of the method, okay? Oh. So, let me underline, yes. Let me underline like this. This is the period that I'm gonna, remember? Please, let me give, who can try to calculate for us? Sorry, let me just cancel. It disappeared now. You know this thing. Okay, but you got that, ne? Can I put this here again? Yeah. Hey, you know this technology, it just disappears. Okay, it was 1st of March 2014. And then please bear with me for now. 28 Feb 2015. This is the year that I'm busy with. And then let me change this one. Okay. Yes, I did see, Leandra, you have got we have got the answer already. So you say 312,500, ne? Are we together? But you must first minus the previous accumulated depreciation. How much is it? The one that we just calculated. Remember this one?
62,500.
Yes, let me use the long method. How much you get after minusing? Use the calculator, please.
Which one is the long method?
No, I don't want to put brackets, so let's just use this method. Just follow me here. Just say 312,500 less 62,500. How much you get?
250,000.
200 and?
Yes.
50,000.
Like that, no? Is then that you multiply by 20%. Okay? How many months? Is it 12?
Multiply by 20%.
Yes, because the rate is 20%.
It's 50,000.
50,000.
Mm.
Any question? No question now.
Can we do it straight? Do we have to break it down?
Straight, what do you mean by, okay, just suggest how?
Like the same way we calculated the first one, you just punch in the numbers on the calculator.
No, you can't, because remember the method we are using. Which method are we using? Diminishing. Okay, so remember the first one, we just put the amount that is given to us. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we were using straight line method, I will agree with you. Here they said we need to use what? And then they even gave you a hint here. Can you see now? Can you see?
Accumulated depreciation multiplied by the depreciation rate.
No, cost price less is what we did here. The cost, remember, 312,500 minus what? Accumulated. Accumulated means the depreciation that we have already from the previous year. Are we together?
Okay.
So if it was the other method, we should have done the same thing. The answer was supposed to be 62,500 for this year again. So the challenge is the method here. Are we okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So you must always take the cost less accumulated depreciation. In this case, is 62,500, and you get 250. Or you should have put brackets that just put it directly like that. So I was trying to show others, those who don't understand, how do we depreciate. This is the book value. 250 is called what? Book value or carrying value. That's why sometimes this method is called carrying value.
Okay.
Are you okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, our aim is to depreciate up to the date of sale. So if we end this year on the 28th of Feb 2015, when will the next start?
March.
Okay, let me put it here because of space. 1st of March
2016.
2015. Remember, we ended February 2015. The next year will start the following month, same year. Does this make sense?
Yes, it's a financial year.
We started there. But, okay, please, I think some of us are lost here. Some of you said 2016. It can't be 2016 because if you ended 28th of Feb 2015, what is the next month? Is March the same year? Are we together? Sure.
Yes.
Okay, but now we need to be careful. When will this end? Give me the period.
1st of March 2014.
Thank you very much. 1st of September. Who can tell me why do we say 1st of September?
It's the date that we sold.
The day where we sold. Okay, so you must make sure that you are careful when it comes to that. So that is the date on which we sold. So let me underline this like this. So we have to stop here. So now we need to have a calculation. Can you see what we can do now? Okay, obviously we still need the cost.
312.
So we can use 312,500 or we can use 250. Which one do you prefer? Let me use 312,500 so that we cannot be confused. Minus. Who can tell me what must I minus first?
145.
Not 145. Okay, so you are correct. Can you see so far we lost how much depreciation do we have? We had 62,500. Remember the first year? Remember that 62,500?
Plus 50.
You remember it?
Yes,
And we
from
have,
the first year.
Second year we lost how much? Thank you. 50,000. Remember, if you add them together, you get how much? 112,500. Is it 125 or 112? Double check. 125. 112,500. Please make sure that. Thank you very much, Lendra. So, do you understand why do we minus 112,500?
Yes.
Because we're using
It's the sum of the depreciation from year one and the first year and the second year.
Yes, but even if you said minus 62,500 and minus 50,000, it won't
50,000
make
will
it
still be the same. Yeah.
Can you see now? And now, please give me the carrying value first. Just minus first, and then, or you should have done it directly, doesn't matter. 312,500 minus 112,500, how much?
312.
500 minus, is it 200,000? Thank you very much. Did you get that 200,000, guys?
Yes.
Are we okay? You said that you multiply how many percent? 20%. But how many months? Please count.
7.
Don't count September because it's the first. 6 over
12.
Yes. How much you get? $200,000 times 20% times 6 over 12. 3,000. Thank you. Perfect. Is it 20 or 2,000? 20. Eh? Double check.
20,000.
Should be 20,000.
Thank you. Any questions so far?
No.
Nope.
So now, how much is the total accumulated depreciation for this asset since we bought it? Obviously, you must add all the depreciations for each year. Are we together?
Yep. So it'll be 62,500.
Yes.
20,000 plus 50,000.
Yes. Perfect. $132,500. Are you in agreement?
Yes.
132,500. That's the amount that we're looking for, which will go to step number 3. Okay, but don't worry, guys. It looks hectic, but it's with practice. I think you'll get used to it. Can we go and record now? Okay, before we go and record, please give me the 2 accounts involved on this amount.
Accumulated depreciation.
Yes, I agree. And the obvious one. Thank you. What is the obvious one? I'm still following the steps. You said asset disposal. Thank you. Are we together?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, the amount is 132,500. Let's go to the accumulated. Remember, we are dealing with the vehicle here. So we need to go and find the accumulated on vehicle. Yes. Who can tell me? Okay, obviously, guys, we put the balance first. Remember, you had the balance first. on the credit side, but under which side do you think I must put this amount of 132,500? Thank you very much. On the debit side. Again, you put the date of sale. If I remember very well, it was 2015, September the 1st. What is the contract?
Asset disposal.
Asset disposal. Portfolio. Thank you. GJ. Amount?
132,500.
Yes. Remember, some books can use different steps, but I think for me, these steps for me, I think are working for me. So just look at the steps first and decide if they work for you or not, okay?
100%.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, before we forget, we must go to the asset disposal under which side?
Credit.
Remember, because on the credit side, yes. Asset disposal, let me go back. On the credit side, the date will be the same. I'm going to put it here. 2015, September the 1st. What will be the contract?
Accumulated
depreciation. I'm just going to abbreviate. Let's be specific and say on what? Because we do have the other one for the other asset. Let's say on the vehicle, just to be specific. And the journal, obviously.
TJ.
How much was the amount?
132,500.
Thank you very much. That was no. Don't write accumulated depreciation, especially for exams. But for tests, yes, you can. But for exams, don't do that. Because sometimes they can penalize you for that. But yeah, but again, I know sometimes the rows can be very small for you guys. I think I'll use my discretion when you do that. So as long as it makes sense, but you can please just write in full. Okay. I'm talking about accumulated depreciation in short. Okay. Any other question? Can I move on to the next step?
Okay.
That's better. Yes, depreciation is better. Yeah. Okay, let's go to step number 4. That is the last step. Now, don't say how many steps do we have. Okay. Step number 4. Step number 4, we check whether we made profit or loss on the asset that we sold. Did you get that? Profit or loss on the sale of assets. That is what we are going to do. That is step number 4. In a nutshell, to know whether we made profit or loss, we just have to balance the asset disposal account. Are you with me? Are we together?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, thank you. I forgot, Leandra. Thank you very much. I think we forgot. Come again, you said? Are we not recording? Leandra, come again with your question. Just lost it completely. Okay, can I continue? No, yes. Leandra saying, are we not writing depreciation in the accumulated? Yes, but because of my step, normally I don't want to mix my step with my procedures. So normally I wait for the depreciation as the last procedure. Are we together? So yes, I'm gonna do that, but for my steps, I realize that when I go from steps to procedures, some students can be lost. So I'm gonna deal with the steps first, and after finishing the steps, I'll go back to depreciation. But yes, you can still use any other procedures. Now, because Are we together, guys? I think I've got a funny sound in my ears. I think my line here is bad. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, now step number 4, as I said, profit or loss. And I'm gonna quickly rewrite. Give me the amounts you should have on the debit side quickly. I think we have got a cost of 1,500. Am I correct? Hello. Hello, guys. Are you still there?
Yeah, still here. No, I've got no idea.
Okay, remember you have been writing. Did you open the asset disposal in your case? Okay, let me write them for you quickly. Yeah, thank you very much for that. And then the other amount I think was bank here, if I'm not mistaken. And then it was CR, if I remember very well. And the amount was 145,000. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And then here I think we had the it's something like that, né? And then we had GJ, né? I think I'm correct. Yes, this is what we had. Unfortunately, as I said, our system keeps leaving like everything disappears after you have clicked on the other slides. Okay, so I'm trying to show you how to find step number 4. Step number 4, just balance asset disposal. Firstly, which side is the biggest between the two sides?
Debit.
The debit side.
Credit side.
Oh no, the credit because of the two amounts. Yeah, sorry.
The two amounts. Add them together and check first, guys, and check how much is it before we. It's bigger, eh? How much is it?
Yeah, credit is 277. So
no,
debit
is the biggest. So debit is big, there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should have drawn the line here because I'll just shoot the line here. I should have drawn it here because I want the space in between. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because I'm trying to show you how to balance. So you said the biggest side is 312,500. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. 312,500. Remember how to balance the account from account 1A, eh? Okay, that's the biggest side. Eh? So the smallest side is this. So we want the difference between the two sides. What is the difference? The smallest side is this one. This one. So when you take 312,500 minus the two figures on the credit side, how much do you get? 5,000. Double check, guys. Auditors, where are you?
Yeah, 277,500, 35,000. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you very much. So this one, guys, you can be very specific, but sometimes what I like about the exams, they say you can write profit or loss. So what you can do is you can say profit / loss on sale of assets, or you can be specific to that particular asset. Okay? Or you can be specific and say loss on sale. Okay, it depends in the exam. So they can either ask you to open profit or loss, but as long as the difference is on the credit side, it means it's a loss. Are we okay?
Yeah.
But by writing it in the exam, you are safe if you write it like this, because you just say profit or loss. Okay? Which journal do we normally use for this? The folio. Which journal must I use? I use in the folio.
The GJ.
Please. GJ, thank you very much. Are we together? And the date here obviously must be the end of the period. 2016, eh? Feb 29th. That's the date that we need to put here. Did you get it, guys?
That's it.
That is step number 4, finding the profit or loss. Guys, they can ask you to open this account. I can just try to show you here. So if they ask you to open, let me show you here. Let's say they ask you to open profit or loss. Let's say, okay. So just trying to be creative, guys. Sorry. Okay, this side is gonna be debit. Sorry with this. This side is gonna be debit, and this side is gonna be credit. I'm just gonna do it in short. So obviously, under which side must you transfer this amount to of 35,000 and of the profit and loss? Profit or loss?
The debit side.
On the debit side. Sorry guys, I don't know, this thing is but you understand, eh? So just go to the debit side of the profit and loss, and what is already the contract?
35,000.
The contract will be the asset disposal on the debit side, eh?
Yeah.
Asset disposal, and the amount will be what? 35,000. Sorry guys, the system is challenging. Yeah, but it must be 35,000. So I'm just saying if they ask you to do that, okay?
What value would you
But
put
remember,
in the profit and loss?
this one. You're talking about the profit or loss on say?
Yeah.
Yes, you can also. This 35,000. Come again with your question.
Sorry, what would the folio, if you had to put a folio in the profit and loss account, what would it be?
In this, or the folio will be the same as the GJ.
GJ, okay.
GJ, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for help. Yes. Are we okay?
Yeah, 100%.
No problem. But yeah, I think more will be dealt with in the future. But for now, remember, we're still sticking to this. I think my main thing here is the asset disposal. If you think that you understand a bit of asset disposal, remember this exercise is just a basic foundation for what we expected to do. So can I assume that at least you can see how does the asset disposal look like?
Yes.
Yes, I know it's not easy online, but we can manipulate that. So now I want us to go back to the depreciation. Are you okay? Remember, so far we had procedure number 1, procedure number 2, procedure number 3, and the procedure number 3 had what? 4 steps. Step number 1, step number 2, and step number 4. Now I want us to go to the last procedure, which is procedure number what? 4. Are we together? Are we all on the same page?
Yeah.
Is everyone? Yes. Now, procedure number 4, I normally call it depreciation for the year. You can write it down. Procedure number 4 is depreciation for the year. Now, I want us to go back to the information. Let me. So I'm just going to use, okay, because I want blank space. So can I use this slide here because of space? Now, so I said I want us to calculate. Remember, I'm now focusing on the vehicle side of it. I want us to focus on the depreciation part of it. Okay. Now, I prefer to use the box. Sorry Sorry guys, I'm trying to put a box here. Okay, I'm gonna just draw it because I'm struggling. I'm gonna draw something like this. Is what I normally do with the box. Okay. Now, this box will guide me. Now, next to the box, like for example here, I'm gonna write sold next to the box, and then here I'm gonna write new. I'm checking myself, and then here I'm gonna check. Let me just the old asset which I did not sell. So don't worry, it will make sense thereafter. So this will be the checkbook, check list for me. Now let's focus on the vehicle for now. The question is, during the year, did we sell any vehicle? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, we sold one.
Now, so remember we sold this vehicle on the 1st of September 2015. This means, okay, let me quickly draw this so that everyone can follow. So it was like this. Okay, this was the timeline. Remember we had the beginning, we had the end, and the vehicle I think was sold here, which is the first. Let me quickly write this, which is the 1st of September 2015. Okay, and then meaning we started here on the 1st of March 2015. Okay, so now what I'm trying to say is, because this asset was there from the beginning here, from the beginning here to here. So meaning it was there for how many months? How many months are there? This month. Remember we did talk about them before. How many months are here? 6 months. Remember only 6 months?
6.
So it means the depreciation for the asset that we sold must be part of the depreciation, but only 6 months. Because for 6 months I was still having the asset. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's no need, because we know this. I think we did depreciate for 6 months. How much was that amount for 6 months that we depreciated? Double check. Well, we can depreciate again. We can take 312,500. It was, remember that 20,000?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. This is the 20,000 that I'm referring to. So I'm going to have 20,000 in line with the sold. Or if you can calculate again, but that's why it's better for you to have calculations, because now we don't have to beg and calculate. But if you still struggle, please, we can still calculate. Anyone who needs that calculation? Can I assume that how we got 20,000?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So we have got 20 in the box already for the sold one. Why do we put it there? Because it took place during my period. Now we ask ourselves another question. Did we buy any new asset during the period? Did we buy a new vehicle during the period?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What was the cost of that vehicle that we bought during the period?
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to go back quickly. I think the vehicle was bought for
75.
75. Yes, 300. Thank you very much. It was bought for 375. Yeah? So we need to depreciate this asset. Multiply by how many percent? Remember, 20%. Eh? But remember, we can only depreciate from the date we bought it. When did we buy this particular asset? I remember they said on the same day, meaning on the same day when we sold, we bought a new asset. So when did we buy it? From the 1st of what? September.
March.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are we together? So, but remember, because this is the new one and we're still having it, we can depreciate it from the 1st of, yes, thank you. From here, it'll be from here to there. Again, how many months? 6 months. Are we together? We just have to come here, multiply this by 6 over what?
12.
Yes. How much will be the amount that I need to put here? Thank you.
37. Yeah.
How much?
37,500.
37.
Yeah.
37,500. You see how, what I like about the new one, it doesn't matter which method. It's just straight because you don't have anything to minus, even though you are using diminishing balance method. Are we okay?
Yes.
No problem. Now, we need to check the old balance that we had. When we started this, we were given the balance of this particular vehicle at the beginning. Remember when we started here, when we were putting the balances under vehicle, how much was the balance for vehicle? I'll quickly go back. The balance was 1,250,000. Remember that?
Yes.
1,250,000. This is what the balance of the vehicles before we sold. Yeah? Now we must ask ourselves a question. Are we still having that balance or not? According to you?
No, because we sold one.
You sold one. You can even check on the credit side of your vehicle. You have got a cost of how much. Remember, you must, this is the cost. 1,250 is the cost. We did not sell. I think we sold the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the cost of the vehicle that we sold? Remember this. Remember this. Are we okay? Yes. So I must first minus the cost of the asset that I sold and check how much do I still as the old asset. So 1,250 minus 3, 1,2,500, how much? I found 937,500. Are you with 937,500? Yes, are we all on the same page for now?
Yeah.
So meaning the asset that I'm left with is 937,500. Is what I mean by saying old and sold. The one that I had as old at the beginning, but I still have it at the end of the period. Are we okay? So
Okay.
we need to depreciate this 937,500. But we need to check which method are we using. Remember, we are using diminishing balance method. Meaning, we need to know the accumulated on this 937,500 because we need to take that accumulated out. Are we together?
Okay.
Now, follow me. Now, when we started here, yes, we started with 1,250,000. But this 1,250,000 had its own accumulated depreciation. Remember, what was that accumulated depreciation for vehicle given to me at the beginning? Remember, it was how much? Remember, this 450. So, do you agree with me if I say this 450 is the accumulated for 1,250? Please get me there. Yes. Yeah, you're correct, Leandra. So, what we must do, because we said 1,250 minus 3, 1,2,500, we must also take the accumulated at the beginning minus the accumulated for the one that we sold, but only the one at the beginning. Remember when we were depreciating from the 1st of March 2013, we had 2 depreciations. Remember them? The first one, yes, until the beginning of the year, yes. So we had 62500. Remember that 62500, and we had 50,000. Remember those? And all in all, they were how much? Remember this? Please talk to me. So when we minus, how much we get? I got 337,500. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please talk to me if you're lost. So diminishing can be very tricky, guys. Whatever you do to the cost, you must also do to the accumulated. Because this 1,250 is accumulated is 450. But if you minus 312,500, it means the accumulated for this 312,500 is also part of what? 450. So we must also take it out. So now we are ready to calculate. We can say now, let me choose the color quickly. So now, therefore, we can say 1,250, 123. 1,250, 123 minus how much is it? 337,500. Please ask a question if you're lost. How much do you get? Help me. 1,250,000 minus 337,500. Help me. Lost. Yeah, I can see. I think the voice is lost here. Let me check. Is it because the session has ended? Maybe. Fine. I think so. Ne?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Oh, we're still here. Okay, no problem. You said it's 600,000. Eh?
Yeah, also
Okay.
get that.
Okay, thank you very much. And then now we just have to depreciate this times 20 over 100. And it's going to be how many months? This is always how many months? 12. And how much is the depreciation?
Okay.
120,000. Yes, 120,000. So it's the one that I'm going to put here. And now when you add the box, how much do you get as the total of this box? Did you find it?
One second.
Okay, no problem. $177,500. So this is the depreciation for the year. For what? For the vehicle. So, like I said before, what are the two accounts for this? There are two accounts for this. Yes, for all. Yeah. For all the vehicles here.
All vehicles, yeah.
Yes, depreciation and
vehicles.
Remember, I said an accumulated depreciation. Remember?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the two accounts, meaning I must go to the depreciation. And okay, who can tell me under which side of depreciation must I go and record? Okay, let me go to the account itself. so that it can make sense. Please make sure that you've got all the info. Yes, David said. Let's start with the depreciation there. Yes, yeah. So you said on the debit side, yes, I agree. So on the debit side, but everything must be at the end period. 2016, step 29. Please help me, what is the contract? The contract? I think I lost you guys. Okay, you're here. Yes, depreciation, but because we've got two assets, let's just say vehicles. What's the folio, Jenna?
Yeah. GJ.
GJ. Amount is that total? Is it 177? 500?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we must also transfer to the accumulated depreciation under which side? Double entry system.
Credit.
On the credit side. So we must go to the accumulated here on the credit. 16. Step 29. Contra, please.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Contra account?
Depreciation.
That one, don't worry. It's been a long day.
Yeah, that one's been a long day.
We are hungry here. We're hungry here. Okay. And then the folio? Same.
GJ.
Amount? Same.
170. Yeah.
Yes. Can you see? Just like that. Okay.
177.
That was there. We were focusing on what? On the vehicles. Okay. Any questions so far?
So you're gonna have to
Okay.
do a few exercises with this one.
We have to remember this was just a foundation. Okay. So I'm gonna have another one where we to go through. Don't worry, this was just a foundation, and then I'm just saying. Come again. Okay, I missed the question. Please send that question again. Should we not have written the vehicle sold depreciation off separately on the first? No. That is optional, but you can put them together and then as depreciation. But if you do that, if you separate them, yes, I will still mark you correctly. But according to us, I think your book normally separates, but when it comes to assessment, we put them together. Okay. Guys, I think maybe for today it's okay because I don't want to bombard you with the information. And then I think maybe I'll bring the other exercise so that we can be able to do that. And again, we have got a note called PPE. I'm going to use the same exercise to show the PPE, which is property, plant, and equipment. But I think for today, I think it has been a good foundation. But yeah, as from my side, I don't know what you think about this. Did you think like you got something, guys?
Yeah, it's cool from our side. So basically just a
Okay.
quick question. I know you guys got classes on Wednesdays. Is there a class this Wednesday as well?
What you're saying about the private one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they do that. I think they normally tell me in advance when they want to meet me. I think they still have to confirm because
Okay.
I think they will give you more information about that.
Okay, awesome.
No problem, guys. Okay, guys, take it easy. Your eyes, I think you will get your eyes tomorrow. I will upload it. I promise you. I had a busy day. Remember, I was actually the whole day today. It was a busy day. So I'll send those who submitted the assignment. I'll send you assignment back tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll also record myself, guys, and I'll send you my video.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, thank you very much, guys.
All right. Thanks, Sylvester. Good night.
Thanks, Good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.